Yes! Hello, what is up? Welcome to Motosumo. My name is Benny P, and I'm here to take you through your class team. I am buzzing for this one because this is one of my favorite ones to teach because it is your 45 minutes stronger together. I'm our London-based instructor, so I'm here in the studio in London, ready to take you through it. And what you should expect from a Stronger Together is an athletic performance-based class that is gonna challenge you, it's gonna test you out, but I'm here with you that whole way. It's Stronger Together, so we're here and we're gonna get stronger together. Just so you're aware that it's gonna be tough. Once you've accepted that, boom, you are in. So let's do this, team. We start the way we always do by taking it down into that resistance 0. So lose all that resistance completely, start getting those feet moving around, and then I want you to just add a touch of resistance. We go from that resistance 0, with nothing on that resistance whatsoever, to just adding on that little bit, and that is your resistance 1, and that is where we all begin, team. So with those feet moving around, let's put some bangers on, and we start this in 4, in 3, in 2, 1. Let's go. Tune. Classified banger, literally straight away. That's exactly what we like, team. That's exactly what we like. So just getting those legs moving around. Remember, this is your resistance 1. So resistance is one of the main things we concentrate on. It's basically your gears. It's basically how we change the sort of weight beneath our feet. And because everyone's got different bodies, bikes and everything, we need to sort of signify, and we need to set out the rules, and that's what we do in the warm-up. So right now we're in your resistance 1, and later on, I'll be taking you up to resistance 2, 3, and 4. And in this class specifically, we spend most of our time in those heavier resistances because we want to build the most power. Now, power is the combination of that resistance and that cadence. And cadence is the other main thing we concentrate on, and that is your speed, team. That's basically how fast you're going, or how fast and how quickly and how many times your feet go round in a circle, and that's measured in RPM. So the number on the bottom of your screen is basically your cadence at the time. And the faster you go, the higher the number. The lower the number, the slower you are going. And it is also color coordinated. So I can either shout out yellow or I can shout 90 to 110 because they mean the same thing. Now that we've got that sorted, now that we've got the rules set down, we can get into this. Let's head into yellow zone, shall we? 90 to 110. We're gonna do that for a minute. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Come on! Halfway. 90 to 110, I'm giving you that quite big range there. Staying with it that whole minute. So this class not only, and we're gonna be hitting those higher resistances, we're also gonna be holding them for a nice long amount of time. So it's basically a slightly more difficult endurance class. In 2 seconds, we drop it down. 2, 1, slow it down. We just drop down that cadence. We just slow it down a little bit. When we recover, when we pull it back, we aren't stopping. I want you to keep those legs moving that whole time. But really good stuff so far, team. Getting ready, we're gonna do that same thing again, but I want you to add a minimum of 5 onto that. Yes, Erica, how are we doing? A minimum of 5 onto that previous pace. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So if you were holding that 95 for that whole minute, you hold 100. If you are holding 100, you bring it up, nice. Remember, is that resistance 1? And we're early on, so we can put that little bit of speed into it now. Let's go. Check your RPM. Have you added that pace on? I'm just telling you to add that pace on. So everyone's individual, so I can't give you an exact number. And this is how we're gonna play this. 3, 2, 1, pull it back. I'm gonna be charting you against yourself here, all right? As long as you know that that's how it's gonna go, then we're gonna be all good. We're gonna go again just for 30 seconds this time, and I want you to add 10 onto your previous pace. I know that's a lot, especially after we already upped it, but that should push everyone into the red zone. 30 seconds only. 3, 2, 1, come on. Three, 2, 1. Nice, now it's time to take it up. We find resistance 2, team. So bring it up to that resistance 2. And we go again. This time for a minute. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So now we're in this new resistance and we're trying to find 90 to 100. So you're still trying to hold that yellow zone for me. $90 to 100. It's our new resistance. Remember, this 90 to 100, if you're holding sort of towards that 100, it should be really tough for a minute. That's how we sort of play resistance 2. Nice. 3, 2, 1. Rest there. Nice. Keep it going. So now I want to give you these numbers, especially as we start to feel that little bit warmer and everything, and we're starting to get more into it. We're starting to get the motion a little bit more. Then we should be struggling to get up into those numbers because I'm hitting those more tough numbers. 90 to 110 again. In 3, 2, 1. Come on. When we hit the halfway mark of this, I want you to just add 2 or 3 onto your RPM. We go in 10. 3, 2, 1, add. Let's go. Ten seconds. Nice. 3, 2, 1. Time to bring it up. Fine resistance 3 for me. Now we're starting to get a little bit heavy, and now we're starting to get into where we're going to be spending most of our time. We're going to go straight into a 2-minute section. Minute in resistance 3, minute in resistance 4. It's going to get us warm. It's going to get us into it. It's going to get that mindset into it, because I want you right now to set that intention. During my recent classes, I've been trying to set physical intentions as well as sort of what you want to prepare. And by that I mean you set with a warm-up. The way you warm up is the way you go into it. So if you warm up, if you go into it strong, you're going to go into the rest of it strong. Let's get ready. 2 minutes here. 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. 85 to 95. This one, if you're at the lower end of this now, because we're in our heavy resistances. Remember, a minute in resistance 3, in about 85 to 95. So then a minute in resistance 4, 70 to 85. Because we're staying set down. Because we want to get that pace in, we want to keep that speed in it the whole time. Seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Resistance 4. Heavy. 70 to 85 now. Let's do it. Really got to work on that technique as well, so keeping everything nice and still, rather than tracking that body either side, trying to keep everything locked into the middle here, team. Just mimicking what I'm doing. Three, 2, 1. Nice. We can take a little 30-second break there before we get into that main section. So this is about sort of threshold working now. This is about working up there. This is about working at sort of the limit here. So what we're going to do is that we're going to go into a 5-minute resistance 3 section. And we're going to play with cadence. We're just going to try to leave the resistance alone for a while now. So dropping it down to that resistance 3, I want you to find between 85 and 95, something that you're going to struggle with, something that's going to challenge you. And we go for that in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, round 1. Let's go. So 85 to 95, and we work on minutes at a time. Now this is a 5-minute held section. I want you to be working at a sort of 70-75% pace here. So you could hold this number right now, the one that you're holding this very second, for 5 minutes. It would be a struggle. This is why I want you to hold it. Maybe even if you're just at a sort of 80 to 90. Now we hold consistency on this number, as much as you can. In 10 seconds time, I want you to add between 3 and 5 onto that RPM. So you're just lifting up a little bit, and then we hold that there for a minute. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Come on. So now we're bringing it up. Now we're just raising that up that little bit. So now you're sort of working at a sort of 80% now. Good, good, good. You're at that sort of slightly faster pace here. 10 seconds. We drop it back down to that first pace. You lose that 3 to 5 points that we added. 3, 2, 1, and drop it down. It's only a little change, and to be honest, for the first 20 seconds or so, it might not feel much easier, but then you sort of settle into it. This is what we get when it's one of these sort of endurance, but a high intensity endurance effort. fire. Yo, look, the focus is all on these numbers. Again, we're gonna go up there, 25 seconds. We take it up there. At points during this class, you're gonna question everything. You question what I'm saying, that's for sure. You're gonna question yourself, you're gonna question your ability. We ain't gonna let that happen. Back up to your faster pace. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Now we're sort of getting to the stage again because we're working at your higher intensity. We're working towards that threshold, which means that getting to the end of this minute should feel hard. And that's slightly extended, adding 3 to 5 onto that previous one. 90 seconds left. Yo, you're gonna get a minute after these blocks because I know how tough they are because I'm doing them with you. I give you a minute rest because I want you working at your threshold. 15 seconds time, we're gonna drop it down once again, only for 30 seconds this time. Dropping it down. 3, 2, 1, drop it down. Not too much, not too much. It's only for 30 seconds. And then you go for a big final 30-second push. And by push, I mean sprint. Resistance 3, trying to add maybe even 10 onto your number right now. Anything you got left? You got 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go, team! Three, 2, 1. Take it up to resistance 4, but you can slow it down. You can really slow it down. Big up. Okay. We get ready to go again. In 30 seconds. Doing the same thing. We're up, at the saddle, in that resistance 4. Team, I'll tell you my little, what I was chasing at that last bit is, I cycle around London. And on my way to the studio today, the heavens opened and it started pouring it down. Look, it hasn't rained for a long time in London. It's been beautiful. But it absolutely went for it, and that was me, cycling away from the rain. Which is what we like. Standing up, resistance 4, same thing. Find 60 to 70, 3, 2, 1. Yes. So you found your, in fact we could probably call it 55 to 65. Remember, this is your slightly slower pace. The song times perfectly. The song's called Cardio. Ready, picking it up. In 3, 2, 1. Adding 3 to 5. And yeah, we're gonna be up the whole time. Yo, imagine you're chasing, or I should say escaping the rain with me right now. Come on. such a party tune. Yeah, we're coming close to that sort of halfway mark now. Motosumo. And yes, we've had some tough rounds. I know I've written it. You gotta remember, I'm doing it with you. Stronger together. So you gotta stick with me, because we're doing this journey together. Ooh, yes. Three seconds, we can slow that pace down. 3, 2, 1. Just bring that pace back a little bit, not too much. Only by 3 to 5, only by how much you added on in the first case. So we're at that slightly slowed down pace, because we're gonna head back up there in a bit. Little changes, and also helps really focus and nail in on those numbers, because that's what we're looking for. 8 seconds, we take it up again. In 3, in 2, in 1, let's go. You gotta be on the beat. If you stay on the beat, you're just gonna be staying at that same point, at that same tempo every single time. And this is not what this class is about. This class is about going beyond it. In 10 seconds, we're gonna pull it back. Just for 30. Nice, 4, 3, 2, 1. We slow it down. Only by a bit. Only for 30. You get that minute break coming up as well, remember. You get that minute break. Okay. 35 seconds. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Come on. Minute break coming up. Stay on your pace, stay on your pace, yes! Motosumo. 3, 2, 1. Drop it down to resistance 1 for me. So you can just keep those legs moving and spin them out. That was a 5-minute climb. That was challenging. Breathe it out, but that was good. Which leads us on to our 10-minute round. Now, Motosumo, that was a little like practice in terms of your numbers. Because now you sort of set your numbers, now we know what is a strong but steady resistance 3 pace, and you know what a push pace is in resistance 3. You know what a strong and steady resistance 4 pace is, and you know what your push resistance 4 pace is. Back to resistance 3, take it up there for me. I want you to find your first pace, your slightly slower pace. In resistance 3, 10-minute round, team. We go in 3, 2, 1, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. New track, 3, 2, 1. Motosumo, let's do this. So remember you're at your 85 to 95 pace. Here we go. Because now we're going to go between them. We spend 2 minutes in each resistance, going between that sort of slightly steadier pace and that speedy pace. Ten seconds. 5, 4, pick up the pace. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Now think, why are you here? During this 10-minute round, and this is going to be your longest round, we've got a finisher after this. It's not going to be a short finisher, but it's not going to be anywhere near this long. Now think why you're here, why you got on this bike, and think of that intention. And if you don't want to think of it, I'll think of it for you. You're here to smash this out. Every single minute, 45 of them, from beginning to end. You're doing it with me. You're doing it for me, you're doing it with me. You're not doing it for me, I tell a lie, you're doing it for yourself. There you go. That's your intention. So stay with it. 15 seconds. We bring it up to resistance 4. And we drop into that strong but steady resistance 4 pace. Look, we're doing it earlier. 3, 2, 1, resistance 4. At that 60 to 70 pace. Find that same resistance, the 1. And you should know how it feels now. We got 2 minutes here. 2 minutes stood up. Strong. I call it the love fire. "15 seconds. Resistance 4. We remain in. We pick up that pace. You up that tempo. You give me that bit of urgency. 3, 2, 1, let's go.
La vibra en la disco nunca va a bajar. La vida del party pa' mí es saquear. Es que ese party es fenomenal.
30 seconds, we get to drop it down. Back into your resistance 3, back into that steadier pace. Think about that power that you are creating right now, especially with these bursts. When you're in these heavier resistances, resistance 3 or 4, and you're going on those push paces, that is where that power comes from. For 10 seconds, we drop it down. With me. Resistance 3, steady pace. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. I'm gonna give you 10, 15 seconds to sort of settle into it. Find your pace. Once you've done that, yeah, baby. We in. You're also about to come into your final third. 15 minutes. You will have done half an hour with some big rounds in. That's a little celebration in itself. Is it not? Of course it is. Five seconds, up that pace. 3, 2, 1, come on. Now we got that up pace.
Es que ese party es fenomenal. Cuando tú bailas al bombo clap, la vibra en la disco nunca va a bajar. Yeah. La vida del party pa' mí es saquear. Es que ese party es fenomenal. Hay bombo clap, baby, baby, bombo
8 seconds. Back up. Resistance 4. 3, 2, 1. Big 4 minutes coming up. Big 4 minutes. Pace 1. Yeah! Once again. What are you working for? What are you doing here? What are you doing on the bike? What got you on the bike? Seriously, you? Okay. I'm gonna pretend I'm having a conversation with you. Okay, and is that the real reason? Fine, no, fine if it is. But I want you to try to use that, I want you to try to implement that into your riding today. That real reason. Yeah, the one you just told me. 7 seconds. Pick up the pace. 3, 2, 1. Up we go. Oh, we come alive.
What's your weakness? What's your type?
We're sat down for the final 2 minutes of this big old section.
Deep connection, lights a spark. You already know
And that's coming in.
it's in the dark. We're
10 seconds. 5. Nice. 3, in 2, in 1. Sit down, resistance. 3. Find the pace. Find the pace you want. Here we go.
tells me that you want me and all my loving. We come alive in the nighttime. You and I, we come alive. We come alive. We come alive. We come alive. Tell me that you want me. I can see you want me by the look in your eyes.
15. That pace gets picked up. Back to pace number 2. Back to that faster pace to finish this 10-minute round off.
We come alive.
3, 2, 1. Motosumo, go!
Nighttime, something about how it tastes. In the moonlight, that look in your eyes, it tells me that you want me and all my loving. We come alive in the nighttime. You and I, we come alive. We come alive. We come alive. We come alive.
30 seconds. You gotta pull it back. In 3, 2, 1. Rest there. Also, under 10 minutes left. Purple zone. You can drop it down for me, just a little bit. Just so you can move those legs. A bit freer. Sick. Finish this off, shall we? We've got a 4-minute section and then a 2-minute race. And what better way of going up to it in that 4-minute section is 1 minute in resistance 1, 1 minute in resistance 2, 1 minute 3, 1 minute 4. What a way to set you up for a good race there. That really did. Hey Ben, are you gonna really just knacker us out before we go into a race? Yeah. Yeah, man. That's what we're going for. 6 seconds. Ready? 3. Speed. 2. Are you ready? 1. Let's go. First time I've allowed you to really let those legs fly in resistance 1. So if you want to show me red zone, I wouldn't be mad. Definitely 105 minimum. After all, you joined at 45 minutes stronger together with me. What would you expect? Just 1 minute each resistance, heading into that 2-minute race. Three, 2, 1, resistance 2, 95 minimum. So 90 or 95 minimum. Definitely in yellow zone. If this music and this lighting isn't riling you up, knowing full well that you've got, what? About 3.5 minutes left. You're gonna have to give me some pace. Ten seconds. Resistance 3, 3, 2, 1. We'll slow it down, try to keep 80 or 85 minimum. You don't want to be in those 70s. Not for this. That's me. Both of them. Really strong. Another 30 seconds in this resistance 3. And you've got your final minute in resistance 4, in which, yes, we're standing up. Hitting those 60s when we're up out of the saddle. You guys, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up we get. Resistance 4. Coming into our last track. And it's a party one. It's a Benny P party. We get ready to go. Resistance 2. Final 2 minutes. On the racetrack. We go 5, We're going 4. You're going 3. You're going 2. Resistance 2. 1. And go! Absolute fire here.
There is nothing I can do to make it go away.
2 minutes to give me everything. All right, let's go. Minute down, minute to go.
You give me feelings I never felt before. Now I lost my mind for you to make up your sleep. I can't help it. I wanna be with you all the time. You give me feelings.
25 seconds. Everything, everything, come on. Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well. Well. That was something. Before we do anything, we breathe and we reflect. Because team, that was good, that was something. We went through something special there. And although, as I say, you go through those tough times with those mental blocks, it's all about getting them out of the way. It's 45 minutes. You might as well just go for it. And that's what you did right now. And that's what I appreciate. And just roll those shoulders back for me. 3 times, and then take them forward. Take a big deep breath in and out. I want you to stand up. Push both heels down. Bum back, heels down. Spin it the other way. Three, 2, 1. You're gonna take your arms up, you're gonna bring them over to one side. You're gonna take them over to the other side, and then from there you're gonna bring them all the way around into the heart center where you are done. Thank you so much, team, for joining me once again on Motosumo. I wanna make sure you click pause, you click save, and you compare your workouts against the other ones, and most importantly, you'll find us on social media as well. Thank you for joining me. That was a tough one. Benny P out.